Hello everyone and welcome back to Move Daily Fitness. My name is Stratton and for today's workout we're going to be doing a full body strength workout. So the circuit's going to be looking a little different today. We're going to be doing 3 circuits in total. Each circuit's going to contain 2 legs and 3 upper body exercises. We're going to be doing those exercises for 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds in between, and we're going to repeat each circuit twice. For the workout today, you're going to require those variety of dumbbells. Here's the dumbbells I'm using. However, keep in mind these are just for reference and to lift within your own abilities. I'm also going to be using a bench. However, if you don't have one of these, I will show you modifications for that as well. All right, full body. You ready to do this and move daily? Me too. Let's go. Alrighty, let's warm things up here. Let's start off with some arm circles. And go the other way. And arm circles the other arm. And the other way. Let's do some front and back arm swings. Some torso rotations. And warm up our legs a little bit, brace yourself up against a wall, do some front and back leg swings. And some hip rotations on that same leg. And leg swings on the other leg. Hip rotations on that same leg. Alrighty, there are the first 5 exercises. Grab those dumbbells, let's get going. Alrighty, here we go. First exercise, we're gonna be doing a goblet squat. I'll hold my 35 here. Feet shoulder length apart. Keep all that weight on your heels. Drive through your heels. Toes pointed forward, core is tight, and we drop. Hold it briefly at the bottom and come up. Slow control on the way down. We're going to be going into a reverse lunge coming up next. Good. All right, going into that reverse lunge. I've got my 30s. Back is super flat. Got all that weight on your front foot. Lunging back, drive through your heel. I'm gonna use my bench for the next exercise. We're gonna be going into a chest press. Now, if you don't have a bench, you can just use the floor. Good. I'm gonna stick with my 30s here for the chest press. Get in the start position, keep that weight in your armpits. Wrists 45-degree angle. Bring it down, slow, control. Brief pause at the bottom, squeeze at the top. We're gonna make our way to standing coming up and go into a one-arm row. I'm gonna do mine against my dumbbell rack. You can use whatever you want to brace yourself up against something, or just hinge at the waist. Good. Alrighty, that one-arm row. I'm gonna stick with my 30. I'll call half, and then we'll switch hands. Here we go. Back is flat. Drive that elbow to your side, aiming for that weight right at hip level. That's half. We'll be switching hands. And coming up next, we're gonna go into a lateral raise. Good. All right, lateral raise. I'm gonna start with my 12s. On this one, back is flat, shoulders rolled back, hands to your side in a neutral grip. Aim to have the weight above ear level. At the top of this exercise, keep your wrist in motion as if you were to be pouring out a glass of water or something. Ever so slightly tilted. Going back to the top after this, to that goblet squat. Good. All right, back to the top with our goblet. I'm gonna stick with a 35. Get ready. Here we go. Good. Set that weight away. Go back into the reverse lunge, where I will stick with my 30. Get ready. Good work. Going back to the chest press. I'm gonna go back to my 30s. Get ready. Work. Good. One arm row. Sticking with my 30. Whew. Get ready. Remember, I'm calling half and then we're switching hands. That's half, switch hands. Good. All right, into that lateral raise. Sticking with my 12s. Here we go. Good work. All right, that is it for the first circuit. There's your next few exercises. Take a look at the screen. Grab those dumbbells. Join me back. All right, starting us off, we're gonna be going into a RDL, Romanian deadlift. I'm gonna hold my 30s here. Feet are gonna be about closer than shoulder length. Knees are gonna be bent. We're gonna drag that weight down our ankles, keeping a slight bend in the knee, pushing out our butt as far as we can as if we're pushing in a car door. Feeling that real good stretch on our hamstrings. Snap back up. Keep that back flat the whole way. We're gonna be going into a glute bridge coming up next. I'm gonna use my bench for that. However, if you don't have one, you can just use the floor. Good, all right. Quickly, I'm gonna grab my 50-pound dumbbell. Get all situated. Got the weight sitting on my pelvis. And here we go. Squeeze at the top. We're gonna make our way to standing or seated for a overhead press. coming up. Good. Get out of that carefully. And going into a overhead press. Like I said, you can do these seated or standing. I'm gonna do mine standing. Hopefully I don't touch the ceiling. I'm gonna grab 20s here to start. My back's gonna be flat. I'm gonna keep my wrists pointed at a 45-degree angle. I'm not flaring them out like this, and I'm not keeping them in front of me like this. I've got them at a 45-degree angle. I have the dumbbells in line at a 45-degree angle with my head. Coming to a complete stop at the very bottom. Work my way up. Going into a bicep curl after this. We'll do it alternating. Good. I'm gonna hold these same 20s for that bicep curl. Shake it out just a bit. So alternating bicep curl. Starting off, our wrists are gonna be in a neutral grip position. Come up, squeeze at the very top. Lower it, lower it, lower it. Feel that good stretch on your bicep on the way down. We're going to be going into a front raise coming up. Seated or standing. I'm going to do mine standing. Good. I'm going to grab my 15s for that front raise. I'm going to keep my wrists in a neutral grip the whole way. And you can have it overhand grip, underhand grip even. I'm gonna keep mine in neutral. So here we are. I almost like to lean a little bit forward into the front raise. We're going back to the top after this. Back into that RDL. Good. All right, I'm gonna grab my 35s for that RDL for round 2. Get ready. Good work. Glute bridge coming up. Back to my 50-pound dumbbell for this one. Let's work. Got that overhead press coming up. Good. Alrighty. Overhead press. Got my 20s. Get ready. Going into the bicep curl after this. Good. Bicep curl, holding the same weight. Here we go. Good work. Front raise. Close off the circuit. Gonna go back to my 15s. And let's work. Good. All right. That closes off this circuit. Put those dumbbells away. Grab a drink of water. Grab your next set. And join me back. All right. Third circuit. I'm sweating. Are you sweating? I'm sweating. All right. We're going to start off with a sumo squat. I'm going to hold this 50-pound dumbbell. Just one in my hands. Feet are wide. I'd point my toes slightly out. Drop it low as you can go, and up. Coming up, we're gonna go into step ups. I'm gonna use my bench. However, if you do not have a bench to do step ups on, feel free just to do front lunges, alternating front lunges. Good. Step ups. I've got my 20s. We're gonna be close to the bench, do alternating step ups. Remember, we're not dropping to the floor at the top, controlling our way down. We're gonna be going into a high pull coming up after this. If you don't like a high pull because it hurts your rotator cuffs, feel free just to go into an Arnold press. So an Arnold press would be keeping the weight out front, rotate up. I'm gonna hold 15s for this high pull. So again, that Arnold press would look like this, in front of you, up to the top. Here we go. For the high pull, keep your palms facing towards you. Bring the weight up to the middle of your chest height. Try not to overextend or else you're just gonna cause unnecessary damage to your rotator cuff. We're gonna go into hammer curls. Coming up. Good. Set those weights away. I'm gonna hold my 20s for those hammer curls. Core is tight, back is flat. Wrists, neutral grip. Bring that weight up. Try and touch that top of the dumbbell to your shoulder. Don't just drop the weight, slowly control it on the way down. Squeezing at the top. We're gonna head down to the bench. Coming up for a tricep extension, behind the head tricep extension. If you don't have a bench, just use the floor. Good. Or if you don't like the floor, using the floor, you can do a skull crusher. So here we are. I'm gonna rotate my wrists at the top. So I'm gonna start off with wrists in a neutral grip. I'm gonna keep that elbow pointed to the ceiling, draw that weight back to my shoulder area, come up, rotate my wrists so my palms are facing away from me. Slight pause at the bottom, and up, squeeze. Gonna go back to the top after this for round 2, starting off with our sumo squat. Good. Into that sumo squat. Holding my 50 again. Round 2. Last round. All right, get ready. Good. Go into those step ups. Hold my 20s again. Close to the bench. Control your down. High pull coming up. Good. High pull. Or that Arnold press. Holding my same 15s. Get ready. Hammer curl coming up. Good work. Put those 15s away. I'm gonna use my 20s for that hammer curl. Woo! Here we go. Tricep extension. Coming up last. Good, I'm gonna take these 20s down to my bench. Last exercise, ladies and gentlemen. Doing good. Let's bring it on home. Let's work. Doing good, halfway. Ten seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and done. And you have moved daily in your full body strength workout. Woo, good work. Alrighty, grab yourself a drink of water. Cool down a little bit. Join me for a quick stretch if you can. Alrighty, good work everyone. Let's stretch things out here. Brace yourself up against a wall. Starting off at the top. Stretch out that pit, that chest. Work your way to the middle. And the bottom. Let's go to the other side. In the middle. And the bottom. Bring that arm across your chest. And above your head. And that other arm across your chest. And above your head. And stretch out that leg, brace yourself up against a wall. Grab the top of your foot. Stretch out that quad. Leaning forward to get a better stretch. Good, let's do the same for the other side. Good, and that is it for me today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining. Can I speak? No. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you all in the next workout.